Good morning, children. In previous class, 9th class, 4th lesson, plasma membrane, we learnt about two activities which related to osmosis. One is dry kismis activity, second one is raw potato activity. In dry kismis activity, first we kept dry kismis in tap water. After some time, the kismis will be swollen. In swollen, if we will keep swollen kismis in sugar solution, the swollen kismis will be shrinken. In potato activity, in scooped potato, we pour tap water and we kept that potato in sugar solution. In the next activity, in scooped potato, we pour sugar solution and we kept in beaker which contain tap water. In these two activities, water means here solvent only moves towards solution, solute, that is called osmosis through a membrane known as semi-permeable membrane. And also we learned in previous class about the functions of plasma membrane. In this class, I will explain about third activity which related to osmosis. For this you require a raw egg, and you have to keep raw egg in dilute hydrochloric acid or toilet cleaner. Leave the beaker 4 to 5 hours. After that, if you will observe, the egg layer will be it is made up of CaCO3, calcium carbonate. The shell will be dissolved and egg will be come out. Now you have to take de-shelled egg. De-shelled means if you remove the egg layer which is made up of shell which is made up of CaCO3. Already we kept that egg in toilet cleaner or dilute HCl. So this is helpful to remove the shell. Now keep the de-shelled egg. Now take de-shelled egg and with the help of a paper strip you have to measure the width or breadth of the egg. Width or breadth of the egg. And note down the breadth of egg with the help of a pencil. Now keep the de-shelled egg in salt water. This beaker contains salt water. Leave it for some time. After some time, if fuel takes place, that de-shelled egg will be shrinken. The de-shelled egg will be shrinken. What is the reason? Here, the water from egg come outside. The water from the egg come outside. This is called exosmosis. Exosmosis means movement of water from egg to outside. That is known as X means outside. Here the water from egg come outside. This is called exosmosis. Exosmosis means, write down in page number textbook 43. There they gave one box. Write down there page number 43, last one. The egg placed in salt water shrinks. The shrinking of egg is due to exosmosis. They gave one blank. There you have to write exosmosis. Now in the second activity, take de-shelled egg again and keep it in tap water. Means here the beaker contain tap water. Leave it for some time, 4 to 5 hours. After some time you will observe the tap water may enter into the raw egg. The tap water may enter into the de-shelled egg. This is called endosmosis. After some time you will observe the de-shelled egg become swollen. What is the reason? Here the tap water enter into the egg. That is called endosmosis. Endosmosis means the tap water present in the beaker enter into the de-shelled egg. That is called endosmosis. Due to endosmosis, the egg will be swollen. Here page number 43. In the second blank you have to write the egg placed in the tap water swells. The swelling is due to endosmosis. There you have to write endosmosis. In first blank you have to write exosmosis. In the second blank you have to write endosmosis. If you will observe in this activity, dear children, water only moves from one place to another place. If you will observe the first activity, we kept deshelled egg in salt water. Here, the water present in the egg come outside, that is called exosmosis. In the second activity, we kept deshelled egg in tap water. Here, the tap water enter into the deshelled egg. This is called endosmosis. If you will observe in these two situations, only solvent molecules moves towards the solute molecules through a membrane known as semi-permeable membrane. This process is known as exosmosis and endosmosis. Exosmosis means water enter into the cell or eggs. Exosmosis means water come outside of the egg or cell. Endosmosis means water enter into the cell or egg. Here, next topic, preparing semi-permeable membrane. For this, you have to take egg from previous activity, or you have to prepare again dilute HCl or toilet cleaner. Keep a raw egg in dilute HCl or dilute HCl or toilet cleaner. After some time, after 4 to 5 hours, if you will observe, the shell will be dissolved. The shell, which is made up of calcium carbonate CaCO3, is dissolved, and take out the egg from beaker with forceps, and with the help of a pencil, sharpened pencil, make a hole into the egg and take out the layer present in the egg carefully. That is semi-permeable membrane. If you will observe in boiled egg, all we familiar about that. If you will observe the boiled egg, if you remove the shell, we can find out a thin layer around the egg, that is called semi-permeable membrane. If you will keep the raw egg in dilute HCl solution for 4 to 5 hours, the shell will be dissolved. CaCO3, which is made up of CaCO3, is dissolved, and with the help of pencil, make hole on the layer of egg, and you have to take out the semi-permeable membrane from the egg, and take semi-permeable membrane from the egg, a thin layer from the egg, and fill the semi-permeable membrane or egg layer with a salt solution with the help of injection syringe. Now keep the egg layer which contains salt solution in a beaker which contain tap water. After some time, if you will notice, the salt solution level in the egg layer will be increases. What is the reason here? Here endosmosis takes place. Means the tap water should enter into the egg layer. Here egg layer acts as semi-permeable membrane. After that, you have to take another egg layer and fill the egg layer with tap water, and keep the egg layer along with the tap water in a sugar solution. After some time, if you will observe, the tap water come outside from the egg layer. This is due to endosmosis. In the first activity, this is exosmosis. In the first activity, we can find out endosmosis. In the second activity, we can find out exosmosis. If you will observe in these two situations, water only moves from one place to another place. Here, in the first activity, we kept egg layer with salt solution in tap water. In the second activity, we kept egg layer with tap water in sugar solution. In the first activity, tap water should enter into the egg layer. In the second activity, tap water come outside from the egg layer. Here, this is endosmosis and this is exosmosis. If you will observe in these situations, only solvent molecules, that is called water, moves towards the solute molecules. If you will observe here, salt solution is solute, tap water means here solvent. Salt solution contain Salt solution contain solute molecules. First we take salt solution, second we take sugar solution. Salt and sugar both are solutes, tap water is solvent. Here if you will observe, in these activity, all these activities tells us about movement of solvent molecules towards solute molecules through a membrane known as semi-permeable membrane. Here the egg membrane acts as semi-permeable membrane. What is meant by semi-permeable membrane? It allows semi-permeable membrane, also called as selectively permeable membrane, means it allows certain materials to inside, certain materials to outside. If you will observe the first activity, here the egg membrane allows water to inside. In the second activity we can find out this egg membrane allows water to outside. So if you will observe, now I will explain about the definition of osmosis once again. Movement of solvent molecule, solvent means water, water is universal solvent, no? Movement of solvent molecules towards solute molecules. So solute molecules means sugar or salt through a membrane known as selectively permeable or semi-permeable membrane is known as osmosis. Osmosis are two types. One is endosmosis, second one is exosmosis. Endosmosis means allows water to inside of the cell. Exosmosis means allows water to outside of the cell. Now I will explain about the importance of osmosis to living organism. What are the uses of osmosis in our daily life? First one is in plants. If you will observe, plants have roots. These roots absorb water in the process of osmosis. When you will pour water to plants, the water will be absorbed by plants by roots through a process known as osmosis. And second one is, if you will observe in cells, in our living body, water enter into the cell or come outside of the cell in the process of endosmosis or exosmosis. Closing of stomata. If you will observe, leaves have some natural openings called stomata. Do you know? Stomata are the natural openings. See here, opening and closing of stomata, which are helpful for exchange of gases or transpiration, takes place with the help of osmosis. Do you know this is stomata, open stomata? And if you will observe the closed stomata like this is closed stomata. This is closed stomata. And open stomata and closing and opening of stomata is due to osmosis. And fourth one is minerals. Minerals means salts like calcium, magnesium, sodium, potassium. All these are salts present in soil, get absorbed by plants in the process of osmosis. And also waste materials. During metabolic activities, so many waste materials are formed in our body, no? The waste materials come outside of the body in the process of osmosis. The waste materials are formed in the body in the process of osmosis. And also useful materials get reabsorbed in cells in the process of osmosis. If you will observe in our body, some useful materials will be needed to our metabolic activities. The waste materials also formed during metabolic activities. The waste materials must come outside of the cells through a process known as osmosis, and useful materials also get reabsorbed in the process of osmosis. These are the 6 situations where osmosis takes place in living body. First one is in plants, roots absorb water in the process of osmosis. In cells also, water enter into the cell or come outside of the cell in the process of osmosis. Closing and opening of stomata. This one is closing stomata and this one is opening stomata, takes place with the help of osmosis. Minerals also get reabsorbed in plants in the process of osmosis. Waste materials in human body also send from the cells in the process of osmosis. Useful materials also get reabsorbed in the process of osmosis. Next topic, desalination. Desalination. Do you know 1/3 of our earth contains salt water, that is sea water. we cannot use that water. No, this seawater, that seawater contain more amount of salt. So the salts from seawater get removed by semi-permeable membrane in the process of desalination. What is meant by desalination? Removal of salts. Removal of salts from seawater through a membrane, selectively permeable membrane or semi-permeable membrane, is known as desalination. Desalination means removal of salt from seawater. Seawater, we cannot use seawater for drinking purpose, no. So the salts present in the seawater get removed in the process of desalination through a membrane known as selectively permeable membrane. Okay children, this is about osmosis. In the next class I will explain about next topic, diffusion. Thank you children.